Welcome to Lessons in the Round Pen. This is Shari Pheasant, and I am recording while I'm riding Dublin. This is my daughter's horse. And if you look at on their website, you can see a little bit more about Dublin. He was born here on this property, and he is 10 years old this year. He was born on St. Paddy's Day, hence the name Dublin, March 17th. And he has been around our family ever since. He's been in the Arena Rodeo, and he is the only male or gelding that we have. There's our barn, and there's Indy, and Jules, and Reba. There's Jeff and Rebecca in the trailer and the tack house, one of our outside shelters, and that's where Dublin was born, right there, right there. Anyway, we're walking nice and quiet in the round pen. This is a great moment when you have a new horse that you're not used to. Maybe he's a great rider, he's trained really well, but to take some moments to just learn to communicate, kind of like with a new employee or co-worker. You need to take time to kind of acquaint each other with the rules and expectations, sort of how you perceive things, how you receive things, and what that looks like on a horse. It's where I put my leg, the pressure I put my leg on, how I hold the reins, maybe what I say or he hears, and certainly what I feel, because horses know what you feel. So, and employees know what you feel. Think about, gosh, even in kindergarten and elementary school when you were first on the playground, you knew kind of what kids were feeling, the ones that were shy or the ones that were anxious and uncomfortable. You might not have known how to label it, but you understood those feelings. So horses are innately all about feelings. That's what they operate on. And so a nice quiet walk like this, we're just talking to each other. He's actually exercising, so the purpose or goal, which you should have in any relation or thing that you do, project at work, the goal for us is to better communicate. Now, how do we do that? Well, everything starts slowly. So you start at a walk, and then you get to where you can trot, and then you get to where you can lope, and they're listening. If you just go from 0 to 55 in a car, and you've never known how to drive a car, you can imagine the chaos that would bring. Well, the same thing's true with a horse. You aren't dealing with as fast of a speed, but you do have a brain involved in it, and so that does make a difference. Here, it's a male brain. He is 10 years old, so he's a little bit above a teenager, kind of like a 20-something-year-old in his thought process. This is what we've identified, and for him, his personality trait is similar to a stud football player that everybody loves. He's got a great big heart, but he protects that heart sometimes with his ego a bit, and he can make some stupid choices that make you want to just give him a good swift kick. But he doesn't really mean it the minute you discipline him. Be like a coworker, the minute you let them know that they've kind of stepped on your toes or done something wrong, and they go, oh my gosh, I really didn't mean to do it that way, but they do continue to do it. So funny how you can relate horses and people and coworkers and life situations. That's a little bit about what we do here at the barn with the horses in your experiential training if you come to barn boot camp. These are also the discussions we kind of have when we talk about your behavioral assessments and your motivators and your driving forces. So we figure out how you tick, you figure out how the horse ticks, you learn how to get along together. And when you practice that kind of leadership and communication on a team, it really builds your relationship so that you can accomplish more in a more productive, fun manner at work. So this is the very first Lessons in the Round Pen. We hope to continue filming these. You get to see what it's like to be in a round pen on the back of a horse. It's kind of cool. We'll have different perspectives where somebody's standing in the round pen filming as well. As you can see, we live on property. We do live a rural lifestyle. We have not cleaned the poo this week yet. Well, Thursday was the last cleaning, so we have to do that. We have about a 1-acre parcel of land here. That's Jules again. We have 2 outside pens and 3 pens in the barn. Property next door belongs to our family trust as well. My son and his wife and 2 children live there. And the house you see across with the car way in the back over there, behind the gentleman, which is my son in blue, is where my parents live. That's Aunt Mindy Uncle Bruce and Uncle Frank live in the two-story. So we're all pretty close here. It's a great little environment. We have friends, Rebecca and Jeff, in the motorhome that have come to visit us. And that's kind of cool. So there's a little bit into our lifestyle here in Golden Valley, Nevada. Hope you've enjoyed Lessons in the Round Pen and you can relate just one little tidbit to your life and take away one gold nugget, or we should say one silver bullion from Nevada. Enjoy your day.